In the Alamo area, the most common form of air pollution is ozone. Ozone is good up high, miles above us, to protect us from the sun's harmful UV rays. But at the ground level, ozone, the #1 ingredient in smog, makes it harder to breathe.
You and I release pollutants that form ozone when we do things like burn fuels, driving, or emit fumes in many other ways, like applying artificial fertilizer, filling up our gas tanks, or operating factories. Pollutants from those activities get the chance to combine in the light and heat of the day and form ground-level ozone. Wind and weather fronts can blow ozone around. We have found that the air we're breathing is affected by people doing these same activities in other communities. Likewise, our actions here in the Alamo area can affect our neighbors. This is why it really is important to do what we can to improve our air. For instance, filling up your gas tank during cooler evening hours helps limit the formation of ozone the next day. And if you're picking up breakfast on the way to work, skip the drive-thru. Park and go inside so you're not idling your car and expelling pollutants.
So I'm Kyle Cunningham. I'm the Health Program Manager over Air Quality for the San Antonio Metropolitan Health District. Children breathe 50% more air than adults due to their body size. Seniors, after breathing a lifetime of pollution, their lungs become weak. Scientists estimate that within the United States, deaths caused by air pollution range between 50,000 and 100,000 per year. Lung disease is becoming one of the highest ranking causes of death within the United States.
In 2018, our community was designated non-attainment or not meeting ozone levels for clean air. A designation like this for ozone requires us at the MPO to undertake transportation conformity. Essentially, transportation conformity means evaluating our projects to make sure changes to the transportation system would not worsen air quality. Hopefully, the projects planned for the region will actually help improve the air we breathe, giving us more options for how we get around and burning less fuel in traffic. Specific federal and state deadlines are set for showing transportation conformity. If we do not meet those deadlines, we enter into what is called a lapse and risk delaying federal funds for important transportation projects until the region demonstrates that our transportation system meets air quality standards. The MPO has primary responsibility for demonstrating transportation conformity, but we couldn't be successful without collaborating and coordinating with partners across the region.
As VIA celebrates 40 years of service, we are moving ahead to a more mobile and sustainable future for our region. Today, more than half of our buses are powered by compressed natural gas, and by the year 2020, nearly our entire fleet will be CNG powered, and we will reduce nitrogen oxide, or NOx, emissions by 97%. Plus, taking VIA removes cars from our roadways, so VIA offers a win-win for everyone. VIA is driving the future for our region, and we're doing it with cleaner, greener vehicles.
So the Breathe Today, SA Tomorrow campaign is a campaign focused on raising awareness of what air quality means for our public health, also the potential impact to our economy if we don't address our air quality, and really providing our partners in the community with options and suggestions on what they can do to do their part. Our anti-idling is one of those low-hanging fruits that we really need to address, and we have two programs in place. One is an anti-idling ordinance for any vehicles greater than 14,000 pounds, but it's really meant to reduce that sort of unnecessary idling that doesn't need to occur.
So, I've focused a major part of my career on making sure people have clean air to breathe, and I believe it's a right. Everyone should have the right to breathe clean air regardless of where you live, what zip code you live in. If enough of us make a difference, absolutely we can address our air pollution problems here and provide people with clean air to breathe.
For tips on how you can do your part to improve our air, visit www.alamoareampo.org/airquality.